Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a feeling that I think a lot of us know, maybe a little too well. It's that deep exhaustion that's not really about being tired. No, it's the invisible weight of just being in our crazy, hyper-connected world.
So let's just start with a big question right out of the gate. Have you ever felt this? I mean, really felt it. That feeling of being completely and utterly drained. Not because you ran a marathon, but just from the simple, everyday act of, well, existing and navigating the world around you.
Well, it turns out that feeling has a name. It's called social exhaustion. And it's a very specific kind of burnout that leaves you feeling mentally and emotionally empty, usually after you've had to interact with other people.
And it's so important to get this straight. This is not the same as being physically tired. You can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up feeling this way. Social exhaustion is a drain on your psychological energy. Your body might be fine, but your mind, it's running on fumes, and it needs a totally different kind of rest to recharge.
Okay, so what's going on here? What's this invisible work that's secretly draining all of our mental energy? Let's pull back the curtain and really unpack the unseen labor that so many people are doing just to get through the day. A huge part of this invisible labor is a concept called masking. It's this constant, often subconscious performance of hiding your natural self just to fit in. And while it's especially common for neurodivergent individuals, let's be honest, a lot of us do it in some form or another just to feel accepted.
And this performance, it isn't some big single act. Oh no, it's 1,000 tiny little ones. It's forcing yourself to make eye contact when it feels unnatural. It's rehearsing conversations in your head before they happen. It's hiding the things you're really interested in because you're worried they're weird. Every single one of these actions costs you. It drains your energy reserves bit by bit.
This quote from a woman named Sarah, wow, it just perfectly captures the sheer weight of it all. Just imagine that for a second. The exhaustion of being on stage, acting every single day in a play that literally never ever ends.
This brings us to a really helpful metaphor that I think applies to just about everyone, the social battery. Think of your social energy just like your phone's battery. You start the day with a full charge, but every single interaction, even just small talk at the coffee shop, uses up a little bit of that power. So how do you know when you're running on empty? I mean, it's not just about feeling sleepy, right? It's that brain fog that rolls in, the sudden irritability, that overwhelming, almost desperate need to just be alone. If any of this sounds familiar, yeah, you know exactly what a dead social battery feels like.
So how in the world are we supposed to manage this finite, invisible energy? Well, there's a really brilliant framework out there that makes this whole struggle tangible and so much easier to understand and explain to others.
It's called spoon theory. And the idea is so simple, but it is absolutely profound. You start each day not with an endless supply of energy, but with a limited number of spoons. And you have to be really careful about how you choose to spend them.
Now, the whole theory actually started in a diner. The creator, Christine Miserandino, was trying to explain her chronic illness to a friend. So she grabbed a bunch of spoons and handed them over. For every single daily task her friend listed, showering, getting dressed, commuting, she took away a spoon. It was this incredibly powerful physical way to show just how fast your energy can completely vanish.
And let's be clear, this isn't just about feeling tired at the end of the day. Constantly running on empty, always depleting your spoons, it has some really serious consequences for your mental health.
I mean, for those who are constantly masking, the long-term impact is just devastating. We're talking about chronic anxiety, a real erosion of your own sense of self, like who even am I really? And it makes it so hard to form genuine, trusting connections with other people.
And if you're thinking this is some niche issue, it is absolutely not. Check this out. Studies show that up to 30%, that's almost 1 in 3 people, have a trait called sensory processing sensitivity. For them, the world is just turned up louder. The lights are brighter, the sounds are sharper, making overstimulation and social exhaustion a daily reality.
Okay, I know. After hearing all that, it's pretty easy to feel a bit hopeless. But I promise there is a path forward, and it's all about moving away from that constant performance and moving toward authenticity. It's about finding and creating genuinely safe spaces.
So what does a safe space actually look like? Well, it's any environment where you can finally just drop the performance. A place that understands that you mask to survive, not because you are being fake. A place where self-regulating behaviors are just normal. They're welcomed, not judged. And the goal is never to fix you, but to support you exactly as you are. This quote from a woman named Maya just says it all, doesn't it? Audition for my own life. Can you just imagine the incredible relief, the healing that happens when that audition is finally over?
And that brings us to our final question. And honestly, it's one for all of us. In a world that is constantly demanding a performance from us, are we making room for authenticity? Are we creating those spaces for ourselves and for the people we care about where the mask can finally and safely come off?